are rolling. Alpha is starting to fall into the clutches of both Defiant and Colt. Blink closing in on Dart here through the first sector. Hawk has taken the lead back and is pulling away from Clear. And Magnum has fallen all the way back to dead last. They need to get by Black Rose for the overall silver. Passing opportunity for Zoro. They fake inside, go outside, and have the lead. Looks to the outside. Now to the inside. It's not gonna happen. The new duo, Bedlam and Magnum, are your Season 2 champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you here to the penultimate race of Season 3 of the MSFC here at the track of the Pantheon, the Hippodrome. Here as we look at the overall standings, the Icy Hots continue to pace the field, holding on to a 4-point lead over what has become a tie for second between Motown Madness and Team Fire. Klaus moved right back into the championship discussion with a Bedlam win from pole. They move into 4th place and just 10 points back. The Mood Melodies are starting to fade. They've fallen back to 5th, but they're still in it. Those are the clear top 5 teams, but we could still see the Pantheon or the Buccaneer Bounty making a charge here in the last 2 races, but they've got a lot of work to do. A lot on the line today. The final race of the season for these 16 marbles. And leading us off, it is Low Key of the Pantheon. The Pantheon haven't quite been on their game this season. They currently sit 6th in the standings, but Low Key has been their bright spot. 6.88 through the first sector. Low Key season highlights include a pole win at Tidal Glow Circuit and a 2nd place finish at Icy Mountain. Bit of a skewed line there through the S's. Low Key cannot win the Racer Championship, but if a lot of breaks go their way, they can get onto the individual overall podium. 27.03 through sector number 2. Low Key through the split's going to take the outside. This doesn't look like a blazing quick lap, but I would say it will be a decent time to beat. Low Key is across with a 41.80. That will be the time to beat. Next up, it is Baron of the Western Warriors. The Western Warriors are starting to climb a bit in the standings. They are firmly in the battle for top half, but that's mostly because of Tyrus, Baron's teammate, and Baron 6/10ths back through sector number 1. Down the straightaway, Baron looking a bit slower than Low Key. Entering the S's, Baron not looking great here. And bleeding time, 1.44 back. Baron 25th in the racer standings right now, a far cry from Tyrus, who's 11th. Baron is also going to take the outside, but this will not compete with the time that Low Key set. Baron is across with a 43.52, just under 2 seconds back. Next up, Revo. And what a season it's been for Revo, and it is now or never for the Moon Melodies. Currently 5th in the standings, but they're still in it. And Revo's purple through the first sector, 3/10ths up. Down the long straight, Revo looking quite good. Revo, of course, a win at Starlight Speedway, 2 poles and a silver medal at the Electra Expressway. Purple through the 2nd sector and by a good margin, 1.8 in front of Low Key. Revo hits the split a bit though through sector number 3. Can he keep his speed up? Losing time here through sector 3, but he's still able to take the top time. Next up, it is Zoro from Motown Madness. What a season it's been for Zoro. We'll see if he has another big moment in him. The Motown Madness 2nd in the championship standings, but Zoro 7/10ths back through the first sector. Not what you want to see if you're Motown. Zoro currently tied with Team Fire's Electra for the individual lead in the standings. Whoever finishes higher in their race, Electra, if, spoiler alert, is not in this race. Zoro 2.6 back through the 2nd sector. This could be a disaster for Motown. Through the 3rd sector, can Zoro salvage it? Much better through Sector 3. He slots into third out of 4, though. Now up it is Tartarus of the Thanatons. And Tartarus is purple through the first sector. Down the second long straight, looking pretty good, does Tartarus. But the Thanatons, not the best season. They have fallen all the way back from 4th, where they were after race 5, down to 14th as the season's gone along. But Tartarus is still purple. Hang on a minute here. Revo's third sector was not that great. Tartarus hits the split, though. Will he be able to stay in front of Revo? He will not. He bled too much time through Sector 3, but he slots into second. Next up, it is Arrow of the Cherry Bullets. A brutal season for Arrow, but the Cherry Bullets have been mostly in the mid-pack. They're currently 12th in the standings. Arrow 2/10 back through Sector 1. Arrow not looking great, not horrible down the long straight. Through the S's, Arrow, now it's starting to show their lack of raw speed. Arrow currently 31st in the racer standings, and this does not seem to be helping. 3 seconds back through 2 sectors, and I would be shocked if this does not rank them in the last. Arrow does miss the split just barely, but it will not change their qualifying position, at least for now. Arrow will slide into last. No, they won't! Arrow goes ahead through the third sector and slots in front of Baron. Now up it is Awaken. Awaken. The Shadowhunters just scored their first podium in the MSFC in a very long time, but Awaken looking very slow down the straightaway. Oh, man. Awaken hasn't been terrible this season, but they have shown a big lack of endurance, and it is showing here big time. 6.2 seconds back through sector number 2. Awaken going to take the inside, but this will definitely rank in the last place. Awaken is across with a 47.01. Next up, it is Chase of the Night Raid. The Night Raid have fallen back into the bottom half, but they're still in contention for a top half finish. 4/10 back, Chase is through sector 1. Chase has obviously been outshined by Kinesis. It hasn't been the worst rookie season, but it hasn't been particularly fruitful either. And Chase is no longer a free agent. They have signed with the Iron Brotherhood. So this is their swan song for the Night Raid. 3 seconds back through sector number 2. Chase also hits the split through the third sector, and this, I believe, will be second to last so far in the order, and it will. Chase is across with a 44.8 or 44.57 in the second to last. Now up, it is Augment, and Augment last in the racer standings, just looking to go on a high note at this point. Can't really fault them. They were clearly not MSFC ready, but Star Sky didn't really have any other options for a number 2 racer. Augment through the S's. This is where the best racers seem to separate themselves from the rest. I don't believe this will be the worst we've seen, though, and it isn't. 3.41 back through sector 2, Augment is. Augment also heading for the split, also hits it. This will stay in front of Awaken. Will it beat Chase? It will not. A 44.95 for Augment. Next up, it is Kazuki for the Buccaneer Bounty. I will give Kazuki credit, even though they do not have the best long-term endurance. They have been able to get results even in the second half. 3/10 back through sector 1. Kazuki actually looks pretty good heading down the long straightaway. Kazuki has been slightly better than their teammate Black Rose, but overall it's just been solid, but only solid, and not really a lot of super good runs. 1.1 back of Revo now, Kazuki. Revo's third sector was not that great. Kazuki going to go to the outside. Looking pretty good here. Hang on a minute. Kazuki goes to P1 with a purple third sector. Kazuki with a 40.87 moves to the top. Next up, it is Bedlam, and Bedlam absolutely the pre-race favorite, especially after the dominant race that they had last race, winning from pole, 4/10 back of Kazuki through Sector 1. Bedlam looks very good heading down the second straightaway. Bedlam, Klaus, their team, just moved up to 4th thanks to his win. Another good performance can really vault this team more into the title battle than they already are. And Bedlam is 5/10 up on Kazuki. Bedlam, a bit hesitant, goes inside. Will he be able to stay in front of Kazuki? Yes, he will with a 40.60. Next up, it is clear for Team Fire. Team Fire have been in the in the championship battle most of the season and clear 4/10 up through Sector 1. They're currently P3 in the standings, but very, very close, just 4 points back in the title battle. Clear, not looking great here through the S's, though. How much time will he lose? Only 2/10 back still. Clear. He's been the number 2 racer all season, but does he have a big moment here? He podiumed here in Season 1. And this is going to be a good qualifying time. A 40.91 slots him into 3rd. Next up, it is Nova of the Icy Hots. And the Icy Hots, your current championship leaders. Nova has more or less dropped out of the battle for an individual championship, but still been a great season for her. 2/10 back through Sector 1. With your championship rival Team Fire just being in the battle for pole, Nova must feel the pressure to match that, but now looking as quick through Sector 2. 1.5 back. This is going to be an uphill battle to get Nova into the battle for pole. She is going to take the outside. Where will the time shake out? She will not make it to the battle for pole, but it's still a solid time. 7th out of 13, right in the middle right now for Nova. Next up, it is Ampersand of the Iron Brotherhood. The Brotherhood just trying to stay out of last in the standings. Ampersand is actually up through Sector 1, though. Not looking great through the second straightaway, though. Ampersand has been outshined by their teammate Spectra, who hasn't been themselves that great, but it's after a very good run in their first race, finishing 4th has been brutal for Ampersand. 2.8 seconds back here through Sector 2, but we have seen worse. This could be a not terrible time for Ampersand. Ampersand will take the inside at the split, one of the few marbles to do that. And they will come across pretty good through Sector 3, actually. A 44.37. Not the worst. Now up it is Chipper, and Chipper, this marble, was expected to be the number 2 racer on one of the league's best teams, and it has been brutal for Chipper this season. Just don't quite look like themselves out there. 2/10 back through Sector 1. Chipper's long-term endurance is clearly their weakness, but they weren't even able to make up for that with good showings early in the season. That's why you send Chipper to the MSFC, to get the good races early, and Chipper wasn't able to do it. 3.2 seconds back through Sector 2. The top 4 seem to pretty clearly be in a league of their own. Chipper grazes the split a bit. Chipper, I think this will be near the bottom, and it will, 13th. And lastly, it is Opal of the Twilight Terrors. Believe it or not, Opal actually did get into the battle for pole here in Season 2, but that looked very bad in the first sector. 1.2 back already through Sector number 1. And Opal looking slow down the straightaway. It's early in the lap, but I think the top 4 is pretty clear. Bedlam, Kazuki and Clear are already locked in, and Refo must be feeling pretty safe right now. This is looking awful through the S's for Opal. They have, yeah, it's over. 7.4 seconds back through Sector 2. I would be shocked if this does not place Opal in the last. Able to miss the attenuator, but that's the one thing that didn't go wrong this lap. Will they stay under 50 seconds? Barely. Here we go. The 2-lap battle for pole. It's Bedlam, it's Kazuki, it's Clear, and it's Revo. Kazuki loses second place to Clear. Clear got through the speed boost a bit better. Clear trying to win a pivotal point for Team Fire in this title battle. All four of them relatively even speed through the long straightaway. Revo moves up into third though. Kazuki not with the best line, and Revo capitalizes. Revo very close to Clear. This is a tough opportunity to overtake, but Revo does it. Revo moves into second. Clear falls back to third. Final lap of qualifying for Bedlam this season. Revo isn't out of it. And then it's a good ways back to third and fourth, Clear and Kazuki. Here we go. Bedlam a bit quicker through Sector 1. Will Revo be able to make a last-ditch effort? It might be too little too late. Down the straightaway, both of them very even in speed. I think this is over. Bedlam just won pole in the last race at Military Motorway, and it's looking like he's going to make it 2 in a row. Klaus is not going to go down without a fight in their defense of their championship. Bedlam, for the second time in as many weeks, will win pole here at Hippodrome. Revo will qualify second, Clear in third, and Kazuki in fourth.